Hello and welcome to Pam's Adulting School. Today I'm going to show you how to melon. Here at Pam's Adulting School, I teach youth about things that almost everyone around you seems to know how to do already, but you might not be able to figure it out. As I told you before, I'm a teacher and I'm happy to teach the world things, and if the things you want to know are how to melon, then that's what I'm going to do. Now, meloning isn't that difficult, but it does require a few different things that you're gonna need. The first thing that you're gonna need to carve this melon is an outfit that shows the melon that you mean business. You don't have to be super strong to carve a melon, but you do have to be aware of your surroundings. So as far as melons go, you may be asking me, what's the big deal? I know how to melon. Do you? Or do you know how to just melon when it's already cut up into a plastic container? And one reason that you want to know how to melon like this, a whole melon, is because a lot of people have been getting salmonella lately from cut up melons in the grocery stores. So I'm going to show you how to melon for real. How do you even get a melon? It seems like it might be hard, right? First you have to go to the store or a farmer's market and you have to pick out the melon that you want. How do you pick out the melon that you want? I'll just give you my general rule, which is smell it, and if it smells really good, then buy it. So this one happens to be a lemon drop melon, and when I picked it up and I smelled it, it smelled like a melon, and that's what I wanted it to smell like. You can tell if a melon is ripe by if they have a lighter spot on part of the outer skin.
Outer skin? This is the outer skin.
When melons are ripe, they have that spot. I know, you didn't know that. You're welcome. Okay, so this isn't too difficult. You just need to get a knife. Now, this isn't a video about knives, this is just a video about melons. However, I'll give you at least a little hint. What you want to do is get a knife that is sharp enough that when you stab the melon with it, it's going to cut through and it's not going to be a pain in the butt. That's the general rule. You know that you have a knife if it's sharp and it cuts things. So if you're a proper vegetable or fruit person, then the first thing you have to do is wash your melon. So I'm gonna wash the melon. Today, both of the sides of my sink are clean, and so I have the choice of which side to use. But that's obviously another adulting video, how to keep your sink clean, so we'll talk about that some other time. I've now washed my melon. The next thing that you're gonna wanna do before you start opening this thing up is to get a Tupperware container. Alright, now, as you can see, there's two sides of the melon that have a little stem-looking area on it. You're going to cut those off so that you have a flat surface on which to carve your melon up. Oh, it's green inside! Who knew? Now I'm going to cut off the other end. Hopefully there aren't any melon experts out there, because obviously this is what you would do if you had no training. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on one of the flat surfaces that I've created, and I'm going to cut it in half down the middle, like so. Alright, so now you can see this is what we're dealing with. This is the inside of a lemon drop melon. So you might be thinking to yourself, look at all those seeds, what do I do with that? I don't eat that, I never see that in the grocery store melon that I buy that has salmonella. You're right, so you have to take it out with a spoon. We haven't really talked much about utensils on this channel yet, so let me introduce you to, you already know what a knife is. This is a spoon and this is a fork. As you can see, a fork has little prongs on the ends of it so you can stab things, whereas a spoon is more like a tiny bowl. I'm going to take the seeds and scoop them out with this spoon into the trash can. There you go. So you definitely want to be careful not to scoop too much so that you don't scoop all the flesh out, right? Now, you might be asking me, Pam, why would I even go through all of this when I could just buy this in a plastic container? As we've discussed, plastic is ruining the earth. The other thing is that this is gonna last longer because you cut it up yourself. God only knows when the other melons that you're buying in the pre-packaged things are already done. And I know it seems hard, but you can do it. You can do anything. Now I'm gonna scoop the other half of the seeds out of the melon. Now I have 2 halves of a melon without any seeds in them, and so now I'm gonna get it out of the shell. As you can see, I've got this half of the melon right here. I'm gonna cut this half of the melon in half. And I'm gonna make sure that I don't cut my fingers. Here we have an interesting situation. So I just cut it in half again, as you saw, because I think that's easier. So now what I'm left with is this little wedge, okay? Now I'm gonna take my knife and I'm going to very carefully cut right under the skin. You have to turn it around and around a lot to make it taste good, I guess. All right, good job. Now look what you have. Now you just have a piece of skin, and guess where that's going? In the trash. Then I'm gonna take this wedge that's without any skin and I'm gonna cut it up. And then I'm gonna put it into my Tupperware container. Done. You know, if you're cutting this and you're not cutting your hand, then you're doing it pretty much adult enough, you know? It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be better than nothing. Our standards are not super high here, which is good for all of us. It's very exciting. Done. So this is what we are left with. This is gonna last us for like several melon eating situations, so that's pretty cool. You could even give some to someone that you like, or you could give some to someone that you hate that hates melon. It's the small things in life that give us pleasure. And eating fresh melon is better than eating packaged melon. You know, if there's ever an apocalypse and you need to grow your own melons, which is obviously also a different video, then you'll know what to do and you won't be intimidated when it fully becomes a melon from the seed, because you'll know how to cut it up. That's the show. Subscribe to my channel and let me know if you have any more ideas or requests for adulting school videos.